My name is Fatima Isabel, but my original name was Isabel, so I just put Fatima, and I didn't take Isabel because was my father would give me this name, so I didn't want to dishonor also my father. So I joined the two names, and I think it was become more beautiful. Fatima, due to Lady Fatima, and Isabel because of my father. What I remember from my childhood, my background was very poor, and basically poor neighborhoods, gangsters, you name it, everything down, women's of life, drugs. But my father was one person that was come out from all that people, and he was very honest. He had two jobs, and he was not person of cheating, or he was very an example for other people. So he was very famous around people who know him for his honesty, his truthfulness. I have one brother only, and it was very close relationship, but even close relationship, we are quite different from each other, like water and olive oil. So we are really different personalities, because my brother just follow whatever other people saying for you do, and I was all time wonder what is behind the things, what is the sense of this being like this. So I was more adventure and curious of the sense of life. Even since child, I was more how I can explain. I was like to observe the human behavior, animal behavior, nature. I observe everything for learning why happen like this, why we behave like this. In Portugal, 99% they are Catholics. And then from the Catholics, like 20%, 30% they practice the religion, and then the rest they don't practice. They just practice in the like Christmas, Easter. This is when they practice the religion, and church like once a year, or when someone dies. Was like a funny background, and basically it was like this. But like 50% they believe in Fatima, because we have Fatima there in Portugal due to miracle that happened there in 1917. And other 50% they say no, don't, she never existed. But we are descendants from, I believe, from North Africa, Muslims from North Africa, and so we are mixed backgrounds. And so the beliefs are always quite confused. Like my grandmother, she was practicing, but my mom, she was not practicing at all, and grandfather, nothing. My father, I didn't know that if he was Christian, Catholic, whatever. I never know what was his religion. He never told about. So was a no. He was very mysterious. So was quite confused. But church was just once a year, and my grandmother, she tried to put me in the church, but I was just bow when I get in. Bow in the church, but I never make the sign of the Trinity, like the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I never believe on that. So the church was quite upset with me. So, but I was truthful, like I don't believe on this. Like I was I was believe in God, but I didn't believe in what they say about. It was quite like miss some piece of puzzle. I didn't know how to pray, because never nobody told me how to pray. But I was basically making what Muslims say du'as. I was talking with God. Was not basically, I don't know how to pray like as a Catholic, funny way. But I know how to ask, speak with God and ask things to Him. And with quite questions I had, majority of the questions that I had, talking to God, all my questions were answered one way or another one. God give the answers, but just we need to have the eyes open for see. And I want to see the answer, and majority of the times I see the answer. One beginning I was in England, I didn't have money for it, and I was like kind of, at night, I didn't have, I was desperate, like, I don't know what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to do next, tomorrow. And I said, God, please help me in some way. And what happened the next day is, I generally don't let nobody get close to me. And someone come to me and hug me and say, generally I go to that street and I find money. And the person, I follow, like, I obey the person completely, I don't know why. And I go to that street and I find 10 pounds. So it was a kind of answer that God gave me. But I don't know who is that person. But like, it's like I was knowing that person, but I didn't know. I was quite confused to explain, like, mysterious ways. God give all the time the answer. When I come to London, I come basically for work, for my personal reasons. But then, like, I want to go back home because I was scared and I didn't have nothing here. I didn't know to speak the language. But basically, it was, I think, for me, it was sign of God, like God want I come to England. Otherwise, if I continue to stay in my country, I never become Muslim. So it was quite very difficult times, but I win all the challenge. I pass for all the challenge, and I get stronger. In Portugal, what I know about Islam was in the media, and scare me, and I see the women with hijab, and they say they are oppressed, and the men's beat on her, and then it was what the media was saying. And I say, poor ladies, they don't have even the right to think, to choose whatever they want to do or dress. They are oppressed. And I was thinking that they were the oppressed and I was the free woman. And later on I find out that I was oppressed and they are the free women. So it's quite a different point of view. This is the difficult part. In 2012, I see some couple of, I don't want to, like, Muslims brothers, Sunni brothers and sisters, they are talking about Islam, but I never believe, like, something there was missing piece. And then I have, like, this talking about the Ramadan, and it was in that time, in July, in Ramadan time, I have a dream, my first dream, and as I dream with one white lion, double of me, and around me was black wolves with red eyes, and the lion was protecting me. And after, like, this dream passed 2 years, was when I start to develop a little bit more here in UK, and I go to an interview of job at that time in 2014, and in the bus I was passing by the Islamic Center around, like, in one bus passed there near, and I was living 2 hours away from Islamic Center, so I was in that bus, and I have a feeling that my heart start to, like, was a call. It was like someone was calling me. I don't know how to explain. It's something quite more spiritual call. like something was calling me for a long time. It was the missing piece that I was looking for. And I look and I see the Islamic Center, but I was in the bus, I cannot stop. And because I was going to interview, I cannot arrive late. And after a few days, I was trying to look for the place again that honestly I was not remember where, but I was going to a couple of mosques around London, and my heart was saying, no, it's not here, no, it's not here. And it was one day I find a mosque, and my heart say, yes, it's here. Like, I have to be here. And when I arrived there, I was so scared, and I have that idea that, wow, they are going to kill me, or they're going to lock me out here. But I have like courage and get in and start to talk. Even I didn't know what I should, like, what I'm doing here, like, what I'm going to ask. Like, okay, I want to know about Islam, and it's how I start to introduce myself to Islam. And then pass like this, nobody there, so they send me there again, and I go again, and finally someone give me some like, how I can say, let me know a little bit, and pass few days. I have a second dream with the same lion. Was the same lion was I was in one house full of black wolves with red eyes, and the house was dark, and the only way out is one door, and I was very scared in the dream, of course. And I find courage, and I go for that door, and the lion was there, and I feel scared, and I give one step back, and like, no, go ahead with. And when I get out of the door, I write Allahu Akbar. Even before I be Muslim, or I know the letters, the alphabet. And the lion go with me, and each step I was giving come flowers, because the place before was a desert, and then after become a garden. And with this one, I decided, like, yes, he is here. Is this place, this part of Islam that I want to be, is my house. Like, I feel like I was at home, like I was long time in journey and finally arrive home. It was like this, my conversion to Islam. Yeah, was was like the beginning of a journey. Like, what I'm going to do is like, what is my idea of doing the things, what I'm putting about, where I'm putting through. I go to Islamic Center, and I make my shahada, and I was very shy, and like, oh my gosh, everybody is going to look at me. And then they put me in the it was the birthday of Lady Fatima, and they put me there like near to other ladies, and it was like, oh my gosh, like, these are the wolves. I'm so scared, like, it was very scary moments. And after a while, a few months, was necessary, a few months for I get used to the idea of hijab. I know that I have to wear, but I didn't know that I have to be like so quickly. Nobody pressed me for wear hijab so quickly, but at that times I was in difficult times, and so I decided, the house where I live, nobody believe in Islam, and they proper hate Islam, and so how I was explained to people in the house that I was Muslim. So I decided to find my own house and get courage to put my first hijab. Was very, very scary moments. And then after that, The first few months was, I think everybody was looking at me like I was the target in the street because I was wearing hijab. But after that, like I cannot get out in the street without my hijab. I feel very bad. So now it's a part of me. What I mean is be oppressed, like they cannot show their own beauty. They cannot show how they are, like nobody wants them. And they have to be obedient and cannot talk with nobody. And after that, I realized that I was oppressed because the people see me by my beauty, not by what I was. This was the difference. They were seeing like what they are, where I was not realized that people see me but by my beauty or not by what my personality or character that I had. They just see the exterior. And so I realized that the oppressed was me. The media and the society make me the oppressed. I have to be powerful by my beauty, not by my intelligence or character. Because honestly, I don't know. I have like not big. I don't have any degree, nothing of that. But I think like it was a feeling that I have to study. I was following some friends, but it was not the proper Islam. I say I want to learn Islam from the roots. How proper Islam, how it is, like the proper manners, the proper way of thinking and talking and acting, the proper religion. I don't want to follow the culture that people have. I want to follow the Islam. That's why I become a change. Otherwise, I have my own culture. I have my own stuff for a background. That I like too much my own culture because people know each other, they help each other. Even Catholics, they're very good people. So I have my own culture, but the religion, I want to follow Islam, not the culture of like A, B, or C, because they have their own way of seeing the things. So I decided to go to Hausa, learn how to pray and how to talk, how to behave, and I see a big difference. Before I was very like a diamond before be polished. In Portugal, they confuse Lady Fatima with Lady Mariam. They don't know because the name of the land was already there before the happening of Fatima. I think we're like occupied. That area was occupied by Shia Muslims, and they named that place of Fatima. And after that, they think that Lady Fatima is Mariam because they believe in Mariam, the mother of Jesus. So they don't know who was Lady Fatima, and so associate Lady Fatima with Maria. They think is the same person, even they don't know the background. They believe what the church say, and I was believe what the church say. And I've been there a couple of times, and it's a very beautiful place. And actually, my mom, before I born, she asked to Lady Fatima for have a baby girl, and after 1 year she had me. Yeah, they confuse. They say Our Lady of Fatima, but others say Our Lady of Mary Lady, like Mary. So they confuse. Some say it's Fatima, others say it's Mary, and others say that Mary have couple of names, but it's the same person. So they don't know the real truth of behind the scene, behind the names. Yeah, I get connected with connection. It's like I already know about her long time, but I didn't know. Like, how do I explain? It's like we had the connection that the suffering, everything was quite similar, and like thankful for her for I come to this world, like because my mom she asked a baby girl, and my mom she had a cancer, so I come by mistake. I don't know. Yeah, even my auntie, she was paralyzed for 14 years, and she was asking to Lady Fatima every single day, and after 14 years she started to walk. So people believe very strongly in Lady Fatima, but they think Lady Fatima and Maria, they are the same person. This is the misconception there in Portugal. I tell to them I don't have any fear to say I'm Muslim, because after all they are my family, but after all it's my life, it's my choice. I just have to say, and they agreed. If they don't agree, they have to be patient. It's my life. I don't want to change. Beginning they try to change me. They don't talk with me for 2 months at all, any word, and it was very difficult moments. Like I didn't know any Muslim. I become Muslim, but I didn't know nobody to talk about my fears, my doubts, and then other side we have my family, and that my family turned back to me, and I was like, I didn't have any feet to settle down, and I become patient with the like beginning. I tried to explain, and it was very difficult. They didn't want to listen, they didn't want to understand. And they say, why? Then after they start to talk with me, and they see me with hijab. And it was very difficult for my mom for accept me with hijab. She was tell I was old lady, and I was ashamed for her, for the neighbors. I was the crazy one, many names, and I have to be patient. And after 1.5 years, that I think it's already past 1.5 years, she already started to talk with me like as a daughter, mom, and it's like nothing happened for her. Like this is nothing already. But beginning was very difficult for her. But she after 1.5 years, I've been patient for and talk with her, listen to her, and don't answer whatever. Sometimes she was hurting me too much and didn't answer, and be patient before her in difficult moments that she had. And now she accepts. She know that she cannot change me at all. I have my own way. Both believe in God, and both believe in Fatima. This is enough. And both believe in each other. Beginning, nobody know me, and I'm very shy person. When I go to the center, basically I don't speak with nobody. And the few times that I go into Ramadan time Ramadan was very like big experience for me. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. And then I meet with some people that were proper rude and their own culture, and they don't want to be a nanny, a nursing for the new Muslims, that they need to know everything and they make mistakes. I deal with some people that don't accept new Muslims. And also I deal with people that accept, and they're open arms for the new Muslims and help them. So different backgrounds. I'm dealing with all type of backgrounds. Once that my background, my culture is different from all of them. So for me it's easy to deal with the Iraqi, with the Pakistani, with the Iranian. Doesn't matter the country or cultures. For me, it's easy to deal with them. Once I don't have nobody from my language to talk about, so I deal with everyone, and I'm easy to talk with people. First, I want my own knowledge for myself. That knowledge that I didn't have right before. What I said, I didn't have right because I didn't have opportunity to study in my country enough. But now this is different type of studies. I want to know myself, and I want to know the Islam. And in the future, I want to teach people in my country and people who don't know about or have brainwashed about what Islam is. And even now, it's very difficult times for teach Islam with all this type of wars and countries. But I still have hope.